Well, let's see what we can do to get more cold harbor done today.
You look like you...
And hopefully we can get some daggers.
Daughters and I will be delighted to feast on your blood.
came back. I was afraid I'd imagined our earlier discussion. My mind plays tricks on me, especially when the craving gets really bad. I wasn't sure any of the flowers survived the trip here. Cold Harbor is a dead place, and the Kine is concerned with living things. If you found the flowers, maybe she hasn't abandoned us. I'll make the purifying potion now. I hope I remember the recipe correctly. It's been so long since I tried to do anything more complicated than downing a mug of mead in one gulp. One more thing. There. That should do it. Take the potion and pour it into the 3 casks. I need some mead.
My Nelhilda would thank you if she could. Oh, this is all my fault. I was just trying to save my failing business. Now look at us. These people used... I made a bargain, but I was tricked. I realized too late that the mage who promised to help me was likely a Daedric prince. After that, the flagon slipped into Cold Harbor and we've been trapped here ever since.
I'm just trying to end it.
It used to be me that people turned to for help. When Hout showed promise, I bought him a lute. When Freedy won a contest, I gave her dueling daggers. Nelhilda has gotten things rolling with your help. I want to help her, help my friends.
What do you want me to do?
Hout and Freedy were admired in our village. If the enchantment is wearing off, they'll help me rally the others. It would help if Hout had his lute and Freedy had her silver daggers. We can continue what Nelhilda has begun. Talk to Hout and Freedy. Perhaps they remember where they hid the lute and daggers.
I used to sing for thanes and kings. I danced around and had many fine things. How about that? I made a rhyme. I've still
The last
got
place
it.
you played your lute?
You're a curious one. I imagine the Thane is keeping his eye on you. You want me to reveal a secret, huh? Secrets are a bard's trade, after all. There should be a prize. I know. A contest. A duel of words. If you... Oh, you're angry. How positively adorable. When last I saw my beloved lute, I played a song for the lovely Juhilda. I struck a pose inspired by the statue outside her house, and I sang my heart out. Let me tell you, she was suitably impressed.
Oh, thank you. She's still up here. Ah.
You look familiar. Were we flirting just a little while ago?
Word said you lost some daggers.
I am a dangerous woman. Even without my silver daggers, I could flay you. If you think you can threaten me, drink again. Think again. If you want my daggers, you'll have to duel me for
I just
them.
want to return your daggers.
I'm too duel to drunk. Did I ever tell you I once had a pair of silver dueling daggers? given to me by... Who gave them to me? I should remember. He was such a nice man. I was brave and fast with my knives.
Definitely.
You should have seen me duel.
Trying to remember what happened.
You'll find them? Aren't you sweet? Let me think. I remember the Thane said it was too dangerous to drink and duel. He said I should destroy them, but I couldn't do it. So I hid them near the old mill.
Not down an old man.
I've had just about enough of this.
I think everyone needs a drink. How about some more mead?
We don't want any more mead. Get out of here.
Your souls are mine. You may as well drink up and accept your fate.
Did you see? The villagers. They're starting to remember. The Thane threatened my daughter and I actually stood up to him. Of course, he knocked me down, but still. We're returning to our old selves. I'll return these to Hreidi and Hout. Ask them to help keep people's spirits up. During my confrontation with the Thane, he said he holds our souls. He laughed at me, said how amusing it was to see me agonize over my friends as they waste away.
Where would he keep them?
I think he keeps the souls nearby. He always comes and goes as he pleases. If you could destroy the Thane, our souls might return to us. Then we could leave this place. I think his lair is in one of the nice houses near the old well.
Alright, back out I go.
I don't know what you did, but something changed. Everyone can feel it.
Defeated and freed your soul.
Then the curse is broken at last.
Can you tell them what really happened?
They'll hate me if they find out I caused the curse. Oh, we've lost so much. I need to make amends. But what would the truth bring us except more pain? My Nelhilda mourns for her beloved Gamurth. I need to find a way to help her. Maybe you're right. Nelhilda struggled to find the enchantment and she lost her beloved Gamurth. She deserves my honesty. Nelhilda, please, come here.
What is it, Father?
I need to get this off my chest. I made the deal that doomed us. I made the bargain with the Daedric Prince.
Father! Why would you do such a thing? I lost my love to this cursed place because you weren't selling enough mead? How can I ever forgive you for this? I never want to see you again!
Nelhilda was the only thing that kept me sane in this dread place. What will I do now? I beg of you, daughter, try to forgive me. What I did was a foolish mistake. I never imagined anyone else would be at risk.
I don't know what to do. I'm so angry at him. And yet, my father is all I have left. Look what my father's selfishness has cost us. How could he have been so foolish? That's asking a lot of me. My father always seemed more aware. I sometimes wondered if he knew more than he let on. But to have caused all of this suffering? My poor Gamurth. I know. I keep thinking about how kind he could be, always helping others. He did something terribly foolish, but I know he is not a bad man. I'll try to forgive him. But I do wish we could leave this place.
The city, it's safe.
We will go to the Hollow City. Some of the villagers may decide to stay here, where it's familiar, but that will be their choice. I grieve for the lost, but it's not in a Nord's nature to just give up. Thank you for helping us. I think I can forgive you, Father, though it may take time. For now, it's best if we leave this place.
Oh, my dear.
This doesn't
The Malmer would have destroyed the Malaval Tor mainland with their storms if it weren't for you.
Excellent. Excellent.
Leave the students be. I'm the one you want.
I don't know how you lot escaped from torture, but it will resume.
You are not yourself, Narayan. Let me help you.
Help yourself, wretch.
Wait.
Do you lout think you're going to save my wife? She doesn't deserve to be saved!
It's just a bit, and it's under guard. Be careful.
Make ashes of the intruders, but Alanway is not to be harmed! Stand out! Never you open you up. Find some chains to hang your demons. Even if you defeat me, you will aid me! Lick up! I need healing! Advance! Now, kill! This doesn't concern you, outsider. souls! Kill the intruders!
Watch your tone, mortal. Blade or no, only Whisper commands me.
Perhaps we have a chance at this. Let me take my students out of the Daedra's reach. Narayaneth will answer for this. He has to. On the other side. The study is just a bit farther. This way. Whatever he keeps in here now, it's well guarded.
Out! The lot of you! You've no right to enter!
We used to store our adventuring relics here. It's warded. Quite a defense for such a small room. There must be a way to open it. And these statues didn't used to be here.
You're a tenacious lot. If you insist, I'll be happy to feed you to the blade.
Destroyed much of this world. Let's keep moving.
Hollandway returns to our suffering. You have no say in it. them how wrong they are.
Hello, we got a chest over here if anybody wants it. If anybody wants it.
Crypts will be your grave. I will ensure that. I need aid! I'm hurt! All that should concern you is that it counsels me. It convinced me of your betrayal, of the need for the students to pay for their insolence. On the contrary, this blade grants me a clarity I never had in life, and I will have you respect it.
This must be the ritual site. where the Daedra are coming through, and where Norioneth is. We'll meet on the other side. Be wary.
You so love the sound of your own voice. Couldn't you see the blade wanted you here all along?
I can hear the whispers from it. By the divines, so many lives.
Think that blade is yours to touch? It has a master, and he is me. My wife has been dealt with. Your turn.
The mortal did well in feeding my killing word. My black egg.
Who are you?
Never has the whispering from that blade been so pronounced.
You're the Daedric fiend that created it, aren't you? That weapon must never again be allowed to influence mortals.
It has hurt you, has it not? Perhaps you could destroy it. Disable it. I could help you.
You think I trust you? The one who twisted my husband, murdered my students. I will send the blade away, and I will do so on my own terms, no matter the cost. It will travel far, ever slipping from the hands that desire it. This cannot happen again.
The blade will fight you. It is fully empowered, and it wishes to return home.
Never again.
Mortals never fail to amuse. That edge was fully sharpened, and would have seen great use at my side in the days to come. But Alanway gave everything to cast it away. There is nothing left to take from her. You and I, however, will meet again.
I'll handle this, sir. You can come out and see in a moment. So, someone has come to help us at last. We're out here in the middle of Coldharbor, and that's the best question you can come up with? I am most definitely not talking to myself. I am speaking to the alchemist. Be quiet, you mangy cat. I can't hear myself think with all that racket. Patience, sir. I'll explain everything. I am with the Mages Guild. We stepped through the portal and wound up in this vile laboratory. Daedra experimented on us. They merged our two souls. Now we're wasting away as this soul meld kills us.
To see out of Khajiit's eyes again. Zar hates being caged in that dark place. Yes, this one is pretty famous. Perhaps you have heard of Zar. But Zar must tell you, this soul meld is killing us. Will you help us? Will you unmeld this soul to a world? Pardon. The dwarven device that caused this is inside the laboratory. But Robo blocks the way. Collect Zar's notes and a bottle of pearl tincture. With those, this one can make a potion that will get you past the rubble.
Finding notes, but I have a few questions.
Questions are good. Ask and ask again. That is the systematic method of experimentation. Remember that you must know the rules before you can successfully break them. Oh yes, we came to defeat the evil Molag Bal. Or was it Manimarco? Zar forgets. So many bad things start with the letter M. But something went wrong and Godress, and this one ended up here. That's when the Daedra melted out. Over here. This one used an illusion spell. Very little effort. Zar told you our friend would find us, Godress. You worried too much. Godress is upset because we had to hide behind some rocks. Undignified, he said. Well, Zar says that being eaten by a deformed creature is even more undignified. Quiet, Godress. This one knows what he's doing. This is most fragrant work, my friend. Most fragrant. Thou shall draft the potion immediately. It should make you slightly smaller. Certainly small enough to squeeze through the rubble.
How long will it remain small?
Long enough to slip into the laboratory. A few minutes, give or take. Now, let the think.
I hope you know what
Was
you're
it?
doing.
The thinks he saw some dried scarecrow over here. Ah, yes, here it is. Ah, Zer's finest potion yet. You will drink it now, yes?
This grows more taxing by the hour. Here is the potion. I hope Zer didn't cut any corners, but knowing him, it probably... Yes, Zer, I'll be sure to mention it. I am not a mixer of potions, and I don't want to debate the merits of alchemy with Zer again. But the cat knows what he's doing. Inside, look for my notebook. It lists what you need to craft the antipodal rods that will reverse the soul meld. Just find the components and craft the rods. We will try to recuperate and regain enough strength. The potion will work, you'll see. And know that I am grateful for your help. We both are. Over here! The constructs have moved away from the... All this skulking around using up valuable energy on apprentice-level illusions. I grow ever more weary. Even Zer's, I'm afraid, to hope too much. But you've made such progress. Perhaps we shall end this torment after all. The constructs have moved off. The forge area is clear. Melt the components in the furnace, then craft 2 rods from the mixture. There is an anvil near the furnace. Be careful, though. The mixture can be volatile. The machine that merged us is further on. Teleportation was never this difficult before. The spell took so much out of me I was afraid we would never materialize. But Zer has the key to this room. He acquired it shortly after we'd got here. Were you able to craft the We are so close. You need to use the rods to activate the dwarven device that performed the soul meld. Oh, and the crystal. I'm getting as careless as Zer. Look for a glowing crystal. The Overseer placed it in the machine to power the device.
Crystal, insert the rods, Captain.
Well, in a manner of speaking, understand that Zer and I do not have 2 separate bodies to return to. But if this works, the soul meld will... The magic will separate the intertwined strands of our souls, but only one of us will survive the process. Do not be dismayed. We rejoice at a chance for one of us to survive. Go on. I wasn't sure the illusion would last long enough to make it across the chamber, but it did.
As the end approaches, this one must admit that he will miss our time together. This one can't believe you crossed this chamber without so much as an illusion to mask your presence. You are so brave. This one, there's whiskers were twitching inside the Dark Elf's head. Next comes the exciting part. You test our theory. See those two pillars? One represents Zer, the other Godress. Insert the antipodal rods and turn on the device. If it works, yes. As we have explained, one body, one soul. At least one of us will survive to help the Mages Guild. This one knows you will make them place the crystal into the machine. Then insert an antipodal rod into each pillar to start the unmelding process. Hurry. One of us must be saved. Strange this feels. To be simply there again is...
You alright?
There is fine. At least, there thinks it is true. This one feels strangely empty. This one is there again. But, thanks to my time with Godress, there wants very much to leave this place. Many bad memories. The door is nearby. It will open from this side. Meet us, me.
Hopefully, I can continue on with this freaking quest. Oh, I know.
Zer's mind feels empty, silent.
Mention information.
Aye, Miss Good. During our time together, we determined that the dwarven device operates on the same principles as Murloc Ball's plane mare. Zer will honor the Dark Elf's memory and give him credit for this discovery. Thank you again for saving us, my friend. This one is strong enough to open a portal now. We shall go to this hollow city Zer has heard so much about. The portal shall remain open for only a few minutes, my friend. Zer hopes to see you again in the Hollow City.
Alright, we will find out shortly.
The great and wondrous Vanus Galerion. Greetings. This magical projection presents my current plan to my allies. Separated and alone, I decided to complete our mission, personally. I entered the Black Forge through a side door with the intention of destroying the Great Shackle beyond.
Why did you go in alone?
In case it needs to be said, the Black Forge creates all of Molag Bal's vile weapons, including the Dark Anchors and the Great Shackle. With the Great Shackle destroyed, the threat of the plane meld should come to an end.
You can't actually hear him, can you?
No need to concern yourself. I'm sure I have this well in hand. I imagine I've already destroyed the Great Shackle, and even now we're celebrating our victory over the Lord of Brutality. Yes, I'm sure that's what has happened.
I don't think what happened. I should go in and find out. Okay.
You there, please. I need your assistance.
Are you magical protection?
What a ridiculous question. I am the Great Mage's essence of health. The Daedra captured Vanus. They plan to use him to power the Great Shackle. To prevent this, Vanus divided his essence into 3. Vampires feed upon this essence and weaken it. Kill the vampires and collect the energy they siphoned from me. Restore that energy to me. When Vanus Galerion was captured, he cast a spell that divided him into his 3 essential essences. Health, returned. Yes, I can sense its reinvigorating presence. Give it back to me and I shall free myself. Follow me. sense the time to reforge the essences of the Great Mage has arrived.
How can I help you?
The essence before you has been used to feed the slaves and keep them working. Talk to the slaves and convince them to release my energy so that I can break free. If the slave's taskmaster used a device to rip away my energy. The device can recover the energy, but doing so will destroy the soul-shriven you target. However, the device only works from a distance. Get too close, and you... What can I tell you that you don't already know? Vaniscal...
Escape. And how will that help these ones see? Always with the violence. Oh, your kind, so predictable.
I wish we could take longer breaks, but the work never ends. And what will you give me in return? What do you have that will keep me whole and strong enough to do the work that is required of me? Oh, so high and mighty. You think to take the place of the taskmaster?
I saw you eyeing my fire. It isn't very warm, but it's all we've got. Go find your own fire, stranger. Why? You don't look like you need it. Without it, I'll grow weak and wither away. Wait, that's what you want to happen. You want to hurt me. It will? I don't know.
I hate this so-called existence. Not a chance, dunghead. It was given to me. Go find your own. Well, in that case, just make sure you shut down this damn forge.
Don't run off like that again, Alexis. You know that I worry so. Dear Alexis, why would I do such a thing? The energy makes me strong. Oh, Alexis, you remembered how much I love bright and shiny things.
Did you succeed? The Great Mage himself couldn't have done any better, but don't tell him I said that. After you return my energy, I will break free. The last fragment is trapped in the foundry. Follow my light, and I'll show you the way.
Take your energy.
This has to end. The Great Mage must be made whole again. 4 seals contain the magic that binds me to this machine. While this essence is locked in place, they siphon my energy into the forge. Vanus divided himself to prevent them from using his considerable energy to power the Great Shackle. It didn't stop them from plugging this essence into the forge, however. Unlock the 4 seals and I'll be able to escape this. They plan to use the Great Mage to provide a considerable boost of energy to complete the plane meld ahead of schedule. Vanus divided his energy among the 3 essences, making each one worthless to the Great Shackle. They feel brittle, less powerful. Then these bindings can no longer hold me. This essence will join you, and then we can find the physical form of the Great Mage. Through the boiler tunnels waits the mighty Guardian, Kothutwilk. Defeat the Guardian and open the cage that holds our physical form. I can lead you to the Great Mage.
To me!
Well, and now stamina returns. How I've missed you, old friend. Ah, much better. Now, follow me out of this foul place. Then we can talk. Perhaps I shouldn't have attempted this by myself.
So this is the Great Shackle.
Yes, the Great Shackle, where the plane meld begins and ends. I thought I could deal with it on my own, but I was wrong. You have restored me, released me from captivity. With your continued help, we can end this threat once. The time has come. The Great Shackle must be destroyed. Stay close and follow my every command. Taking down the Great Shackle, the primary conduit for the plane meld, requires precision and the careful application of destructive spells. As it so happens, I am a master. This won't be easy. Is there anything else you want to ask me before we move out? This won't be easy.
What else can you tell me?
What can I tell you that isn't obvious? The Great Shackle is the ultimate version of Molag Bal's Dark Anchors. A massive weapon capable of completing the plane meld of its own accord. It would be a fast... They wanted to use my energy to power the Shackle. That indicates to me that the Shackle utilizes some form of energy. Disrupting that flow of energy may be key to destroying the Great Shackle. I'll know... The Shackle sends metaphysical chains of energy across the planar chaos to latch onto our world. Barrier spell on the door? How pedestrian. Give me a moment and I'll open the way. I must be weaker than I thought. That took a lot out of me. Once we get inside, you take the lead.
Okay.
I need to conserve my energy for dealing with the Shackle. So I leave the hacking and slashing up to you. Take too long with these ruffians. We need to hurry. We need to locate the source of energy. Watch out! They're trying to surround you!
Someone out there? I could use a little help in here.
appreciate the help, and I won't forget this. I'll return the favor one day. You can count on that.
You there! Over here! Would you be so kind as to open this cage? You have my thanks, friend.
Let's move out! The Great Shackle isn't going to destroy itself, you know!
Come at me, vile shackle. We're going to give you a damn good thrashing.
Defend me while I cast this extremely powerful and fantastically impressive spell! Keep them off me. I have to concentrate, and even the least distraction can be disastrous. petrifying to watch a master such as I while I work. Time. Don't let those creatures get past you. Great shackle has been shattered! The threat of the plane meld is no more!
Jolly good, and as soon as you deal with the planar vortex, everything will be right as rain.
What? Explain yourself, man! What planar vortex?
The shackle formed a planar vortex, kind of like an oblivion straw that will suck Nern right through and into Coldharbor. Quite amazing how I knew that.
Enough! We can discuss this back in the Hollow City. I'll open a portal before this entire place collapses on top of us. We have accomplished great things this day, my faithful friend. Was there ever any doubt? Between your skills and my formidable magical prowess, the destruction of the shackle was a foregone conclusion. We aren't finished yet, however. Cadwell claims that we have more to do if we are to truly... I would love to explore this lost city, but apparently we still have much to do. This planar vortex that Cadwell describes concerns me greatly. Let's head inside and formulate a new plan to deal with this. If what Cadwell says is true, our job isn't finished here. And I'm positive we got the Daedric Prince's attention at the shackle. He won't be too happy about what we did to his toys. I need to consult with my colleagues in the Mages Guild. We need to gather whatever information we can on this planar vortex. I hate going into a situation blind. Let the mages inside know that I'll be joining them in a moment. I need to finish with Cadwell and the groundskeeper first. I don't know about you, but I find them both to be more than...
You must be the person who rescued all these people. We were part of Varnus Galerian's group before. Well, the four of us, yes. There were many more, but, well, you've seen it out there. Even our fabled leader was lost to the Hosh Plain. What? You've got to be kidding. I saw him being torn away. There's no way they'd let him live. You must have him mixed up with someone. There just isn't any way.
Ah, my old friend. I thought we'd lost you.
What? It can't be!
So good to see you all again, my friends. I'm glad we all made it here safely.
Varney, you're alive. That's wonderful.
Oh, dear Nalia. My heart fills with delight at the sight of you. Yes, I am safe.
Where have you been, old friend? Trying to win the war all by yourself again?
Well, yes, but I ran into a bit of trouble. Our friend here showed up and lent me a hand.
Well then, you have our thanks. I'm not sure we could have gone on without Varnus.
Cheer up, dear Nalia. I'm here now. But our mission isn't finished. We have to destroy the plein air vortex and end the plane meld.
Do you have a plan, old friend?
I know what we need to do. I'm just not sure how we go about doing it. We need to discuss this with the Fighters Guild. We need a council of war.
Ah, look around you. See how the people brighten the streets with their very presence. King Dinah and Varnus have begun to rally the troops. They have called for a council to meet here in the Hollow City. There are decisions to be made, plans to draw up. The time for war fast approaches, and we need to be ready. I sense other lights trapped in the darkness. Their exact locations are hidden from me, but I can hear their desperate pleas for help. You shall find the Ayleid King and the Mage inside the cathedral. They await your arrival.
I just want to see if I can continue. Triple light.
Welcome, friend. We need to discuss the preparations for the coming assault, but we need to end the plane meld before Nirn is destroyed. To do that, we must deal with the planar vortex. To reach the vortex, we need to cross the chasm and get... Well said, friend. Please, hold your questions until everyone who wants to has had an opportunity to speak. After... Attention, please. I have called you all here because the moment of destiny fast approaches. The great shackle has been destroyed, but not before a planar vortex was established. We must destroy this vortex before it sucks the very essences of Nirn into Coldharbor. The Fighters Guild shall deal with the chasm's defenders. But blades have little power against magic.
And that's where my mages come in. Our scouts report that some kind of magical fixtures block access to the path across the chasm. Mages there already work on a way to overcome these fixtures, and we are prepared to lend our strength when the main force arrives.
A sound plan. Plays to our unique strengths. But this one wonders, what if the mages can't overcome Molag Barl's magic?
What a ridiculous question! Of course my mages can overcome this magic!
Ah, magic, the solution to all life's problems.
magic. It's so magical.
I have absolute confidence in Vanus and his mages.
Thank you, your lordship. But to be honest with you, I'm not feeling as confident as Vanus about this.
We shall fight with all our strength. There is no other option. Lives will be lost, but hopefully a world will be saved. Know that the chasm is only the first stage of this battle. The planar vortex abides within the very heart of Molag Bal's lair.
Oh, this just gets better and better.
Darian, mind your tongue.
Darian only seeks to lighten a tense situation. Still, we have to try. To do nothing is to doom Tamriel to certain destruction.
Well, when you put it that way, there are a lot of lovely ladies that need to be saved.
Yes. Well, be that as it may, we launch our assault on the chasm immediately. The king needs to talk to the champion, and I must discuss some final details with the mages. The rest of you have your own preparations to see to, I'm sure.
It is settled. We shall cross the chasm and make our way to the planar vortex at the heart of Molag Bal's realm. This mission needs a leader. I want you to lead the assault across the chasm. We have asked so much of you, and you have already accomplished the impossible. But you are one of a very small few that I would trust with this. I knew we could count on you. You have never disappointed me. But there is so much left to do if we are going to win this war. Still, with you leading the charge, we have an excellent chance to end the plane meld and save our world. I knew, with the combined forces of the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild, we must take the battle to Molag Bal and reach the portal to the planar vortex. It all starts at the chasm. Scouts are already in place. It is a narrow, well-defended span of rock, swarming with Daedra and dominated by a gatehouse that blocks the way into Molag Bal's personal domain. Cadwell knows the region. He's a strange fellow, but I trust him. He's waiting for you.
Well, this has my knickers in a twist. We have a perfectly fine army, but what good is it, sitting around this side of the chasm, twiddling its collective thumbs? It's rather embarrassing, if truth be told. The situation? We're well and truly flummoxed. Before we could cross the chasm, before we could confront Molag Gunda, we were stopped by a few irksome focus stones. The wee ginger mage says we need to break the stones, but good luck with that.
Sounds easy.
Nothing other than the multitude of Dremora sitting on top of them. I could handle this myself, but I didn't want to make the rest of the troops sad by showing off my awesome battle skills. But you, on the other hand, they're used to that from you.
am going to cut it here. Still got some more. I still got to pick up in here more. Rearrange stuff. I haven't eaten lunch yet, so for the time being, remember to follow and catch you guys later.